Hello everybody, it's Max here at Modern Classics. A lot of you have been asking me to do a shop tour, so here I am. I've got a new GoPro. I'm still trying to figure out how to handle this thing, so bear with me while that happens, but without further ado, let's check out the shop. This is just going to be a quick tour. All of these vehicles will eventually have their own videos, and those include test drive videos as well. Of course, everything will be on my website, so visit www.modernclassicautos, that's autos with an S.com, where you can learn more about each and every one of these, except for a few of them that are not online yet. Of course, this is a shop tour, so there will be a few things that are in progress that have not been listed online yet, or a few things that have been pulled off because they have sold. But here we are, we're talking about cars, and I've got 10 of them in here. Yes, I've packed 10 cars into 1,000 square feet, partly thanks to this lift, but I've got a lot of cars in here, and I can't wait to tell you more about them. So let's start off with this 1980 Range Rover two-door. If you know anything about Range Rovers, you'll know that we didn't get the two doors in the United States, so I have in fact imported this one from Italy. This was one of two I imported. I imported a 1979, that's in tan, so a Suffix F. That one is now residing in Seattle. It's found a new owner, and good for them. They're enjoying it, and these are both left-hand drive, V8, manual transmission rigs. This one is very nice. The body's just in incredible shape. The undercarriage, of course, it's too dark to probably see on the GoPro. I do have photos. As with all these cars, please inquire if you have any questions. I'm going to kind of breeze through these so I don't waste too much time. But this is a 1975 C3 Corvette. This is a small block 350. I just kind of think this is a great cruising car. And I don't really deal in American cars, but this one was just so darn nice it was hard to pass up on. AC car, blows nice and icy cold. Automatic tilt column, I must have the tilt column. Even the clock works. You open up the door, the interior lights work as well. You'll see the antenna there. I have to pull it off for the lift. Moving on, you may recall this from my last shop tour video. This is a 1963 Austin Healey 3000 Mark II. Finished in the classic Colorado red with the proper wheels. Buyers beware. There's a lot of Healeys floating around right now that do not have proper parts from when they were born in. This car is as is from when it came from the factory, despite having 400 miles on a full complete restoration. So these are the painted wheels versus the chrome wheels, and they are the smaller count spokes, not the high count spokes. This is how it's done, folks. Here we go, this thing starts up right away, super nice car. And then we go on to my prized possessions. We've got 3 little Italian cars here, and I can't wait to tell you more about those. Right now you're looking at 2 Lancia Fulvias from the back. And there is my Alfa 164S, that's a 92, and then there's my black one, which is a 91 164S, both Alfa Romeos as well. Those are US spec cars. We'll get back to the Lancias and the Alfa soon, but first I want to show you this Bug-Eye Sprite. This is such a great little car, fully restored by the Bug-Eye Guy. You can go onto his website, just Google the Bug-Eye Guy. He's got a great blog, talks about cars, has a great YouTube channel too. Check out his channel. This is actually the one that he titled Maury. Yes, he names his cars, and this was Maury. However, it has had since, you'll see Maury on his website, these Panasport style wheels, super stylish. This car, definitely one of the nicest ones in the country. And it is currently for sale. Now moving on to my Lancia Fulvias. If you're not familiar with the brand Lancia, it's an Italian brand. They never made it to the United States. Things kind of went bad for them after the war. And while they did still produce cars, Fiat stepped in and kind of bought them out. And most people would say they kind of lost some of their quality, their Swiss watch-like engineering and quality. I tell you, these cars are just so darn fun to drive. I bought these without even driving one. brought them in to port down in California last month, and then had them sent to Santos's Italian car service shop, where then they were shipped up here. And those guys are just the best. So fun to deal with. Their shop is incredible. They'll deal with anything from these relatively affordable Italian classic cars all the way up to full restorations. They're just incredible, and I'm having so much fun driving these cars. I really want to share them with the whole United States. We never got these in the United States. This is a 1970 Lancia Fulvia Series 1. This is a 1972 Lancia Fulvia Series 2. So Series 2, you will have a different grille up front, a one-piece, whereas on the Series 1, you have this styled grille with the actual metal surround. They actually made a Series 3, but these are front-wheel drive cars, 4-speed manual transmission, and they're a 1.3-liter V4 cylinder, so much like the R34 engines from Volkswagen as well. But do check back in on the video that I create for each and every one of these. I will go into detail of these cars. There's the back end of Maury, looking good over there. Nice and clean inside. Just such a fun car to drive. I have a video of him. Check him out. Here is my one. Oh, I love this car a lot. I drove this from Sacramento down to LA and just had a blast. This has the Busso V6. It has a 5-speed manual transmission with the optional Recaro seats. About 109,000 miles on this, $10,000 recently invested into service. Just a fantastic car with these incredibly cool wheels. Now moving on to another car imported from Italy. This is an 1978 Alfetta GTV. So this is a coupe. However, it's also a hatchback, yet it's also a 2+2. A very, very, very fun car. We did see these in the United States. Extremely rare to see them. If you do, they're at high-end collector car auctions. And this one is definitely one of the nicest ones I've ever seen, and the first GTV I've ever seen in the United States. I can't wait to tell you more about this, but I've got to keep this brief and rolling. I will do a specific video of this car, so check back soon where you'll get to see that. Now, I do love my Italian cars, I do love my British cars, but I've always been a German car guy. And unfortunately, I've been priced out of the market for myself, but this is a 1967 911, and it is incredibly nice. Believed to be a 2-owner car. It's a numbers matching car. It's finished in Irish green, because they couldn't call it British Racing Green after they had just lost the war, right? So we go on into the interior with that fantastic wooden steering wheel. Hard to see, I'm sure, in this light. But this car is sale pending. I've got a few different interested parties from Europe and in the States. What else can I tell you about this thing? Oh, just a fun quick fact. Porsche just released their millionth 911. That's right, they've produced 1 million 911s. And I've owned this car for about a year now, and I had no idea. It was kind of ironic when they recently released their 1 millionth 911 that they actually finished it in this same Irish green on the exterior of that 1 millionth car, and they also put a wooden steering wheel in there as well. So it's kind of fun. If you if you like that millionth car, this is the one to have as well. Let's move outside really quick. Show you kind of what's going on out here. These are kind of my daily drivers that are parked out here. Just picked up. This is a 1-owner Porsche Cayenne 2005. I've always wanted one of these. This is just in the S platform, and it is my new tow rig. It has replaced my favorite vehicle that I've had as a daily driver, my 2007 FJ Cruiser. This puppy is up for sale. Really well maintained. I mean, it came from me. I just dumped like $2,000 into it for proper service and everything. It's just a super cool truck. But here's the Cayenne S that will be doing the new towing duties. I'll be driving this to Monterey soon, so if you're in Monterey, reach out to me. We're coming up on auction week here, and yes, there are buggies because I am driving it. Let me just show you one cool, neat feature of this thing. This has the optional wood grain grip and steering wheel. Got a little bit of a luxury car after the FJ. This is a nice, cool, old 1995 Range Rover. Short wheelbase. You missed the long wheelbase in gold that I had that I actually went to a friend for rolling projects. Check them out too. They take these old Rovers and clean them up and do some well-deserved upgrades and keep these things on the road. But this one, I always say I'm going to keep my cars and then I find something else I want to purchase. But this is my current project. You're seeing it in as-is condition, and it's a 1995. It's a Sun Valley truck from Idaho, where I am from. It's about, I'm a little bit older than it, just by about 5 years, but it's kind of fun. This is a soft dash. This is the last year they made the Range Rover in the classic body style. You can see I do drive this thing. There's my gym clothes. It needs some front end work, so I'll be doing that, but it's an overall just stunning condition for being a 4x4 rig in Idaho. Definitely a mountain town truck. I'm going to do a few things to it, clean it up, enjoy driving it, and then I'll probably put it up for sale on the market. Anyways, there's a quick tour of my shop and what's going on here. I hope you enjoyed. I'm still trying to figure out this new GoPro, so cut me some slack. I know you guys on YouTube can be pretty critical, but like I was saying, it is auction week coming up, so I will be in Monterey. Well, first I'll be in LA August 13th, and I'm going to see Tony Callis at Callis Rennsport, South by Porsche, because we're talking about buying a GT4. And then I will be at Santos's Italian Car Service, because I have one more Lancia there. It is actually a Flavia, and that will be coming up soon as well. And then I will be heading up to Monterey. I'm mostly going to be in Auction World. So if you're going to be at any of the auctions, I will be at Mecum starting, then Bonhams, RM, and then of course Gooding as well. So I hope you enjoyed this tour. It was super quick. Please hit the subscribe button. There will be more. I'm going to do a video of me and my Monterey trip, also my trip to LA as well. So please hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this, and give me some support here. I'm bringing cars over from Europe, and so far it is working and we're having a lot of fun with it. So I really appreciate your support. I hope you enjoyed, and I look forward to providing more videos for you guys. Bye-bye. And gals. Bye-bye.